What is up, Lock Talk family? I'm back with video 3 for this NBA playoffs. And man, look, I got straight up just put the stunning shades on because we are 2-0 in these YouTube videos. I've been calling it dead set 100%. The first one I gave, Boston Celtics spread blowout winner. They destroyed the Pacers. Then game 2, everyone was against me. Everyone was saying I was crazy for picking the Dallas Mavericks spread, but even saying they could win outright. Come on, man. Mavericks won by 1 point. They won the last minute. They were gonna cover no matter what at the very end. It was a winner regardless. Cheers to all you guys who tailed me, followed me, and been cashing with these YouTube videos. We are 2-0 in the last 2 YouTube videos. Let's go 3-0. And if you want me to continue to come on here and show love, give you all this great insight, shoot me a subscribe for the YouTube algorithm. Give me a comment. I am motivated to throw more videos just like this. Let's get straight to it, man. We're talking about the Boston Celtics again against the Pacers. Game numero 3. Let's go. And look, it's gonna be a good game, bro. It's a tough one though because we've seen this game already. So this breakdown might be a little bit shorter. There's not much more for me to say other than the fact there are some insights that we have to be aware of. Tyrese Halliburton came out game 2 at the end of the game, didn't play the whole fourth quarter for leg soreness. Who knows if that was real or not? People complain that Vegas made the call. Look, I don't think stuff like that exactly exists, but he probably was a little hurt. He's probably a little banged up. And he knew, Rick Carlisle knew that his team was done. What's the point of running them out and to still lose, risk injury, risk hurting Halliburton, risk hurting all their guys? I think he made the right decision. I know bettors on the Pacers side, you got props on the Pacers guys. You're probably upset because most of you probably had overs. But over here, we cashed out. Let's take a recap of the last 2 games I talked about on YouTube. Celtics for premium. These are the games I give out to my clients. We have Boston first half and Boston team total over. Those all cashed. And then in the second game for the Mavericks game and Timberwolves game, I gave out Mavericks plus 5.5. It moved to 6. And I was like, this is even a bigger gift. Give it to me. So we got plus 6. And then we also got PJ Washington over 5.5 rebounds. He got 5 on the dot. So unfortunately, the premium side, we went 1-1, but that Mavs game covered. So anyone on YouTube, you guys are 2-0. Premium so far is 3-1. So we've been smacking it, man. Cashing the out. So let's go straight to this game, man. So we have the Boston Celtics against the Indiana Pacers. And let's talk about some of the games, man. Let's talk about some of these insights. So obviously, look, like I said before, Boston is the best ranked team in the East, or maybe just in the league in general. They have a ton of absolute offensive weapons. Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. I'm not saying that in like order. Derek White should not have been the first person I said, but regardless, I mean, the team is good from top to bottom. Even if you look at the defensive stats, I mean, just look at that. Across the board, top tier, right here. This is the reason why I have never really favored the Pacers too much. Their defense is not that good. They don't have anyone. Of course, their offense, however, one of the most efficient offenses in the game. Really fast pace. So I love this matchup. But, you know, when it comes to this game, 8:30 Eastern time, let's talk about it. So the spread now is 7.5. And we spoke about it in the last segment. Boston Celtics against the Pacers. I mean, I thought they should have been 9.5-point favorites. So the line is 2 points of a discount for Boston being favorites because of that home court advantage. I honestly think the Boston home court advantage is worth more than 2 points, but they're definitely baking in some of the line movement or pushing this line up a little more just because of how dominant the Boston Celtics should be. In my opinion, the full game spread maybe should be, if you want to keep it consistent at 6, or I mean at 9.5, it should be 6.5. So I think they're bumping this line 1 extra point. But hey, that's totally fine. I think Boston Celtics will probably win again if you're going to bet the money line, but this is not a money line betting show. We're going to talk about spreads. So we take a look at the last 2 games. Like I said, I called this out on my Instagram. Indiana Pacers, Boston came out cold. They came and covered this game. Then the second game, Boston got their feet under them and they blew them out from start to finish. So now the question is, hey, you know, what are we going to do here, man? Are we going to roll with the Boston Celtics again? So It's a tough one, man. I'm not really let's see. Let's see if I can take a look at the line movement. So right now it's 7.5 across most books. Let's see. I don't know if I could pull it up. Let's see. All right, here we go. Right here. So the line, like I said, bro, look, the line opened up at 6 and went to 6.5. Now it's at 7.5, and it's been kind of bumping around from 6.5 to 7.5. But the thing is, there's a lot of public money on the Indiana Pacers. So I mean, if you've been the public in the last 2 games and you've been betting on the spreads, you've been getting absolutely wiped. Everyone was on the Pacers last game, and then yesterday's game, the Timberwolves and Mavs, everyone was on the Timberwolves. So the funny thing is that there are all these bets, but the line moved from 6 to 7. Usually it goes the other way around. So I mean, this is only one data source. There are other data sources to get other types of bets because they can only record so much. But it's funny because, you know, usually it goes the other way around. This is called reverse line movement if I've seen anything else. If these money flows are true and all this money is going on the Pacers, why is the line moving up? I mean, you're basically giving Pacers a better number. Usually if there's so much money going on one side, like it did yesterday on the Timberwolves, yes, and then the other time even on the Pacers side, the line would move in the direction of where the bet's going. I mean, seems like the books are taking some sort of a stance. If I look at another site, yeah, line opened up at 6, where I just said, I didn't even look at this beforehand, but the line opened up at 6 and now it's at 7.5. So I mean, even with all that money and all those bets going on the Pacers, so I don't know, I'm gonna keep it short and simple, man. I think we still gotta roll with the Boston Celtics minus 7.5, but I also think personally, if I was to make a bet, I'm gonna give you guys one stat. This, I don't know if it's gonna be a premium play yet, but let me talk about one play I do like, just to give you some more, I mean, insights into what I'm looking at. So of course there are many ways to bet this game. I can't give you guys props in this. I'll probably be for premium only, but in terms of the game lines, I'm gonna see if I can have it right here. All right, so I'm actually looking at Boston Celtics first half spread. So look at the first half spread. Usually what you do is you take the opening line, 7.5, 6.5, you cut it down to half. So this line should probably be 3.5. So let's see where the consensus line is, where we get minus 110 for Boston first half spread. So I see 3.5 on FanDuel, 3 on DraftKings. I see a 2.5 on ESPN Bet. So obviously we want to get the best line that we can. I think we should obviously take this line right here, Boston Celtics minus 2.5 in the first half. And the reason why I like this play so much is, you guys gotta remember something. The #1 first half team in the regular season was the Boston Celtics at the spread. They were pull it up right here. I'm using another screen right here. They were 33-12. Let's say it again, 33-12 to the first half spread in the regular season. In the postseason, they also have another winning record. They are 3-1 when they've been away from their home court to the first half spread. Granted, I will say this is a caveat. The Pacers, they are 2-3. Let me see. Actually, no, I'm sorry, 4-2 to the first half spread when they've been at home. So that's huge. That's another good thing for them. But I still think, if anything, I would take Boston first half and even whole game. But I actually been looking at this first half spread. I think this line will probably move on ESPN Bet. But if you're watching this early, you're subscribed, hopefully get this play. I like Boston first half spread. I think they're going to come out fast again. You're going to beat the brakes off them. And I'll be honest, maybe Indiana Pacers get a little bit more of, like, you know, maybe they win by 5 in the first half. Indiana comes back. They get their groove in the second half, and maybe they end up covering the entire game. But if I was to make a prediction for the entire game, I would still roll the Boston Celtics, but I really do prefer this first half spread. Boston Celtics, give it to me, minus 2.5. Again, guys, hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully you guys been tailing all the other YouTube videos. And if this has been helpful, you want to see me come up here and drop more gems just like this, shoot me a subscribe and give me a comment for the YouTube algorithm so I can keep on killing it here on YouTube. If you want to visit me and get on any of my premium plays, follow me on Instagram. I'll put some stuff in the pinned comment down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.